feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't ride no way.
Did y'all see Jay Prince get at Wack100? Watch this.
Yo. A lot of these social media gangsters can't even walk to the store. You know what I mean?
So Jay Prince was reacting to something that really essentially came from Flacco, but Flacco got it from Wack, and apparently Wack said someone texted him saying that Jay Prince got raided in Houston by the feds. Ironically, that was the day before I was going to Houston. So me, I'm like, nigga, you know I'm going to Houston, right? So I'm trying to make sure I get the story right, because I don't want to go report and like big up some shit that's false. I go down there and everything I keep hearing about Jay Prince is that he's a boogeyman, that nigga pop up on me like a pimple, and then we got some problems because he's like, yo, I'm over here reporting lies about him. So anyway, we quickly found out that Jay Prince didn't get raided, but Jay Prince reacted to, I guess, the news coming out that Wack must have spoke to someone who claimed he had got raided, and he went on live and he said, yo, let me show you something what Wack can do. And he said, I'm going to walk to the store. He's like, I'm going to just walk in the hood. Okay, and he just popped up like this, and then he started walking.
They can't do this. I just want y'all to have somewhat of an example from the live and the Memorex. Ain't nobody out here with me other than me. You know what I mean? Because it's love, respect, and fear. This line shit is in style. You know, it's a hell of a thing about this line thing. It's some in style shit going on today, and I don't tell hello. Yeah, I don't receive it. I don't condone it, and I don't even like the niggas that support it and with it, because I understand what's gonna come with that. You know what I mean? I understand what's gonna come with that, and it's a cold thing. You know, these dudes on social media talking about booty, digging in their booties, and all kinds of shit that I hear. And I'm like, what kind of shit is this going on? You know what I mean? But for each his own, man. I don't condemn a lot of you fakes. You know what I mean? Do what you best at doing, but understand, you know, that post I wrote the other day. The universal laws govern us all, and when I use those words, reaping what you sow, you can guarantee you're gonna reap what you sow.
All right. So Wack100 then posted this and said, this bozo Jay Prince got my name in his mouth but blocks me from comments, and everybody else could comment, but he took time to block Wack from comments and said my name so many times the chat is asking why he screamed my name. I've really stayed in his mind. Ask him why Jay Prince Jr. has to seal file. Ask him to address that in the hood. Oh boy. You know what's so interesting? Obviously, like, you know, I think we never really knew, you know, if you don't live in Texas, we don't really know too much of how influential Jay Prince is. But we all got like this like really bad taste in our mouth, pause, after the death of Takeoff, right? And there's multiple facets to that, where I think we look at it like this gentleman came down there and like his life was in your hands, and then he died on your watch, and it feels like there's no recourse to it. So like we kind of take it out on Jay Prince and them. But I will say, like, him and his family don't really make it better, because the way they talk and deal with situations kind of doesn't deal with the regular aspects to it. It's just them telling us how powerful they are, how above the law, how much nobody could fuck with them. And we're like, we get it. We get it that y'all run this, run that. But could y'all just at least explain to us why certain of these things happen even on your watch? And I think that's why, like, some people really feel like these guys are bad guys, which I don't necessarily feel that Jay Prince is a bad guy, right? Like, I don't see him trying to start beefs. Obviously, like he picks up for his artists. You know, we saw him pick up for Carl Crawford. We saw him pick up for Carl Crawford. We saw him pick up for Drake in a couple situations, but we don't really see him starting beefs like that, right? Obviously, sometimes you don't care for the courtesy calls or whatever the case is, but yeah, I don't think the guy's a bad guy. But yo, they have a real interesting way of like dealing with the public and the media, and it's so funny because, like, I think I understand why. So I went out to Houston, and everyone I talked to, like, they treat Houston like it's a whole different country. Like, they don't even look at Houston like it's connected to the United States. What I mean by that is, like, I understand if you have certain type of power in like Texas, you probably think that the rest of the world cares about that, which I don't think that's the case, right? So I do think Jay Prince and his family has tremendous power in Houston and Texas, but I don't think nobody else gives a fuck. And I think their thing is not kind of trying to have people understand it. It's more of just saying what they want to say and doing what they want to do, and have people, if they feeling froggy, try to contest it. Which, I mean, that kind of leads me to like a dead end, because here's my thing. How do they make money? Because like it doesn't seem like it's music business wise at this point. But I've heard so many things. I've heard the nigga own 2 islands. I've heard that he owns half the livestock in Texas. I've just heard all these wild shit. But when I do see this, where like, you know, it's clear that Jay Prince wants to clear certain shit up. He wants to make people know, yo, niggas is lying. I never got raided. Like, what the hell? But this kind of comes off so antiquated and like old school. It just kind of comes off even cringy. Like, yo, wait. You're trying to show people through whatever means, like it just doesn't look good. But he doesn't really communicate with either the media or whoever. I used to communicate with his son, or his youngest son, baby Jay Prince. I don't know where he's been at, but eventually they gotta like speak to the people, right? Like in a normal way. The last time we remember is Jay Prince $1 million worth of game. But even then, this was such a tense conversation.
You're now tuned in.
Yo, like Gilly and Wallow and them looked like they were about to shit themselves. So even when I was in Texas, right? So I'm in Texas. I'm at the Toyota Center. I swear I saw this guy. This guy right here. I think I saw him. He was standing next to. I don't think it was Jay Prince Jr. And it was in a cyber chat. I think it was Trade the Truth. And I seen him. And I did a double take. I think he probably did a double take on me too. But yeah, we didn't really have any conversations. But it just reminds me of this, and I'm like, yeah, why can't they just talk regular? You know what I mean? I understand they have a whole system in Houston that just respects them this and third. But why can't they just talk regular? Just talk to people. It's not that serious. Right. And I guess maybe some stuff is lost in translation because they constantly talk about, like, you know, they say respect, but it kind of feels like it's more than that. And I think people are like, yo, we're lost. Like, we don't know what you're talking about no more. So I don't know. I really don't know, man.
Stated is Jazz brother. So of course, Jazz don't mind.
Anyway. All right. Okay. All right. What else did I miss out on, chat? What have I missed out on? Will Smith, Diddy, okay. Jocelyn, what the hell?
Actually, in the comments.
What the heck is this? All right. I'm not talking politics. Trump won. There's nothing more to talk about. Let's heal as a society. Fuck that.